Hello, everyone. This is Sage Taki, and today's lesson it covers what makes native English difficult to understand. Welcome to my class. Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are doing very well. Okay, I'm doing fine too. All right. Today, I would like to talk about what makes native English difficult to understand. That was actually the first time I went to the United States, and it was really hard to understand native speakers speaking English very fast. So one time there was an occasion where one of the guys came up to me and said, "Chuje, what are you talking about? Is that even English?" Right? So I said, "Could you say that again?" He said, "Did you eat yet?" Oh, so you blending the word together. So I wasn't able to listen to the sound. So it happens a lot. And today, what we're gonna do is at first, spot on 3 features of natural English. And today, what we're gonna be doing is to listen to native English speaking very naturally. And I want you to write down every bit of words as you hear. And the fourth thing is, compare the 2 kinds of different English, spoken English versus written English. But we're not going to do that much, but we can get rid of number 4 because this is the kind of thing that we can do for the next time. All right, I believe you guys have been informed how to use Canvas and the Google Doc. And now I want you to open the Google Doc and I want you to write down what's the name of this guy. What is he famous for? Okay, at first, Jessica, you wrote, Tesla. And Adam, you got it, Twitter. But now it has changed its name to X. What we'll be doing is to listen to what he has to say about nuclear power and why he thinks it's okay. He thinks it's okay to use the nuclear energy, and he will be talking about that. And he will be mainly talking about a lot of different energy resources. Here's the rule, okay? You don't write it down very plainly, okay? Just listen, focus on the sound, and write them down as you hear. I'm gonna give you 10 minutes to do it. And I'll be walking around the room. So if you have any questions, you can just ask me the questions anytime.
And but it's going to be primarily solar and wind as the primary generators of energy. The second part is you need batteries to store the solar and wind energy because the sun doesn't shine all the time, the wind doesn't blow all the time. So you need a lot of stationary battery packs.
All right, Adam. Here's what you have written. All right. So as you were writing, what did you feel? Hard, right? So what about you, Elijah? Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I know what you mean. It doesn't make any sense. So, it seems like everything is chopped. I want you to remember 3 things today. Ellipsis, compression, weak forms. And if you got to know these 3 things, probably it might alleviate your understanding when you listen to native speakers speaking English. Okay, now you have and dot, and that's called ellipsis. Okay, let's count the number. Okay, 1, 2 ellipsis, and for that, Perscanery. What is Perscanery, right? So that's when we go, what? What'd you say? Right? So, but you just think for a moment and you just repeat the word over and over. Perscanery, but it's gonna be, but it's gonna be, but it's gonna be. Okay, it sounds Like, but it's gonna be. But it's gonna be. But it's gonna be. But it's gonna be. The next word was, what is it, right? Proudly. There's no such word, proudly in English, but it's okay. You wrote down as you heard. Proudly. Proudly. It sounds like something. Isn't it familiar? Proudly. Yes! Primarily. Generous energy. Here's the problem. It doesn't make any sense, right? Energy that is generous. How to generate energy? So we can kind of figure out generators. Generators of energy. T is dropped here, so this is called the weak forms, and of is completely gone. Okay, so it's another weak forms. Jessica, you heard the sound beside, right? So what are other people writing the Google Doc? You wrote beside, and so Elijah, you wrote the other side, and you thought was second. But I think Elon Musk himself is not really aware of this. Okay, he's just saying what he wants to say, so it doesn't really matter. So it could be besides or the other side of this second. So if it was second, the second syllable is kind of dropped. It can be weak form. So far we have what it's going to be. That's a compression. Okay, generous energy, and that's compression. That. Okay, so what did you mean, Jessica? Write it down. you weren't able to decipher what he was saying. Actually, he was saying that to store. Yeah, that's store. That to store. That's to store. It sounds like that store. That store. Okay, so that's another type of weak forms. And here's another ellipsis here. You weren't able to hear the sound D here. So he was basically saying, sun doesn't shine. Okay, so here we have detected other weak forms as well. So he's saying sun doesn't shine all the time. Likewise, he says the wind doesn't blow. Yeah. The wind doesn't blow. Yes, blow. Blow all the time. The subject you is dropped here. You use a lot of battery pack. When native speakers speak, they don't speak the way it is written. That's something you gotta remember. So you have to fill in the gap between the words, between the consonants or vowels. And that's something you gotta do. You gotta be very careful when you listen to somebody speaking in English, especially the native English speakers. And compression. He or she might be saying something that you are already familiar with, but it is in a compressed form. And it's okay to say or oh yeah, hold on a second, well, something like that. All these things are ellipses. If you know this much, and the next stage, you know what? To convert what you have deciphered into the form that is grammatically correct. Okay? And this is something that we're going to do the next time. Okay, so much for today. Do you have any questions?